Good morning Indonesia from Studio Jakarta. I am Tisya Amalia Putri.
And I'm Isnaila Salwanavika, presenting the morning news for you today.
Our headlines today include the surge in commodity prices due to global tension and the latest update on mercury policies. Our top story this morning comes from the petrochemical industry, which is directly impacting low to middle income communities. The geopolitical tension between Iran and the United States has begun to ripple into Indonesia's domestic market. The current state of world geopolitical is not only shaking full price but is also creating a domino effect on plastic commodity prices. Global supply chain disruptions have triggered a surge in raw material costs, the burden of which is now being felt at the consumer level in Indonesia. The habit of using plastic in Indonesia seems to have become a culture that is difficult to break. Although its negative impact on the environment is frequently socialized, public dependence on this material remains high. Ironically, amidst this dependence, plastic prices in the global market are experiencing severe volatility. Current geopolitical uncertainty in world petrochemical producing regions is causing serious disruption to raw material distribution. As a result, the price of major plastic raw materials, such as polyethylene and polypropylene, have skyrocketed with up to 15%.
This impact has spread directly to the domestic market. Prices for various plastic products in the country have risen sharply, especially since the second week of last Ramadan. According to data from the Association of Indonesia Market Trades (IKAPPA), price increases have occurred gradually but consistently every week. Reynaldi Sarijuan, Secretary General of IKAPPA, noted that price hikes vary from Rp500 to Rp700 per week. Concrete examples include plastic bags increased from Rp10,000 to Rp15,000. Other plastic types experts an increase from Rp20,000 to Rp25,000 per bag. This increase covers almost all types of plastic, including flexible PA for shopping bags and bottles, as well as PP, which is known to be stronger and heat resistant for food containers. Even though prices continue to climb, the volume of plastic usage in Indonesia has not yet shown a significant decline. This is driven by the fact that more than 60% of MSMEs in Indonesia still rely heavily on plastic as their primary packaging because it is considered practical, inexpensive, and safe for daily product distribution. The conflict between Iran and the United States, which has disrupted raw material import, is now a real challenge for small business owners in the country who are check between high production costs and market demand. That is my report. Back to the studio.
We have more interesting information coming up shortly.
We will be right back after the following commercial break.
Jelang Ramadan, persiapkan diri untuk jalani ibadah yang amanah. Kumur dengan Total Care Mouthwash Extra Feel. Ekstra 25%, lebih banyak isinya, pilihan lebih ekonomis untuk kebutuhan keluarga di bulan Ramadan. Total Care Mouthwash, anti kuman dan halal.
Puasa nggak perlu takut masuk angin. Bejo jahe merah, si paling hangat buat badan. Waktunya bukber, macet dikit langsung ambil jalur langit. Bejo jahe merah berbagi hangat di mana aja.
Hai, mau pesen apa? Gue top barista.
Top mochaccino double shot.
Berbagi itu ketika tangan kanan memberi, tangan kiri tidak perlu mengetahui. Dimulai dari secangkir Top Coffee, kita ciptakan momen berbagi dengan ketulusan hati. Darings Food.
Rasa masak, masak rasa masak. Bumbu masak sat-sat gak pakai ribet. Masak rendang, masak lainnya. Jadi bikin ribet. Cobain yuk, bumbu warisan dari masak ke masak.
Minum 1 kaleng Bear Brand saat sahur. Jaga kondisi tubuh supaya lancar beraktivitas dan beribadah. Bear Brand, rasakan kemurniannya.
Udah nikmatin aja. Ngapain sih, Gantri? Mending makan di sini ya.
Apapun cerita Ramadanmu, ambil nikmatnya bareng Indomie.
Dalam puasa itu, waktunya kita kejar pahala. Walau puasa, aktivitas harus tetap jalan.
Makanya mineral tubuh harus tetap terjaga.
Untungnya ada Le Mineral, satu-satunya yang nyantumin mineral di kemasannya.
Itu benar, Le Mineral mengandung mineral alami, hasilkan rasa yang lebih segar, jaga tubuh bekerja optimal saat berpuasa.
Alhamdulillah, seger.
Kayak ada manis-manisnya.
Le Mineral, penuhi kebutuhan mineral selama berpuasa.
Yuk, udah siap belum?
Bentar, pakai parfum dulu.
Yang lain pakai parfum, dia enggak. Downy Longwear baru dengan kesegaran 3-in-1 yang tahan lebih lama dari parfum. Downy Longwear, wangi yang tak pernah pudar. Bersama mereka adalah keseharianku.
Kulit kakak lembut dan wangi.
Meski di luar, selalu kurasakan kesegaran. Give Hijab Perfume Beauty Body Wash. Busanya lembut dan menyegarkan. Body wash hijab pertama dengan keharuman buah tin dan kelembutan buah zaitun. Segarkan dan rawat kulitku sehari-hari.
Aku juga mau kayak kakak refresh terus.
Give Hijab Perfume Beauty Body Wash. Refresh body and mind.
Wings Care.
Ramadan kali ini beda ya.
Ramein lagi yuk, Pak.
Gas! Kembali ke serunya Ramadan di Tokopedia. Selesaikan misi dengan main Tokopedia Kejar Ketupat tiap hari. Dapatkan voucher belanjaanmu dibayarin sampai 4 miliar. Flash sale dan mall diskon hingga 90%.
Pak, alhamdulillah Pak, saya menang inovasi unik.
Menangkan juga grand prize lainnya. Cek Tokopedia sekarang.
Ramadan selalu bikin rindu.
Udah azan ya?
Kamu?
Alhamdulillah. Berbukalah dengan coklat Dilan Minis. Manis dan praktis. Coklat Dilan. Wafer stick isi krim vanila dengan karamel dan crispy biskuit. Disalut coklat asli dari Dilan. Coklat Dilan. Enaknya bikin rindu.
Rindu siapa? Rindu aku kan? Yuk bikin kreasi Dilan Waffle.
Baru Dilan Waffle Pandan.
Still here with us, we now move on to our second story, which will be presented by my colleague.
Thank you, Desi. Our next headline covers a major shift in the Indonesian bureaucracy, where the government has officially implemented a work-from-home policy for civil servants. Every free day is an energy-saving measure. The latest news come from the Indonesian bureaucratic sector. The government has officially issued a new policy requiring civil servants in both central and regional institutions to implement work from home every free day. This measure was announced directly by the Coordinating Minister from Economic Affairs, Erlangga Hartarto. This policy is not without reason. The government is implementing this role as a response to the high price of global crude oil resulting from the conflict in the Middle East. Circular letter from the Ministry of Administrative and Bureaucratic Reform, Menpan-RB, and the Ministry of Home Affairs, Kemendagri. The government aims for better energy efficiency through effective work pattern change and the digitalization of governments. In addition to implementing WFH, the government is also taking a series of other efficiency measures, including physically resistant limiting the use of officially visits by 15%, with exception for operation and electric physics. Public the transit is restricting the use of public transportation. Official travel targeting a reduction of up 15% for domestic travel and up to 17% for international travel. Despite the WFH policy, the government ensured that public service will continue to operate normally as usually.
The policy has met with various pros and cons from the public and observed. On one hand, it is seen as a relevant energy efficiency effort given global conditions. On the other hand, concerns have emerged that free day, being close to weekend, could potentially be perceived as an extended holiday, thereby decreasing productivity. Furthermore, there are doubts regarding weak supervision, which risks turning WFH into work from anywhere without control. There is also the challenge of providing precise evaluation instruments to monitor performance based on input and outcome rather than just attendance. To address this, emphasis is placed on the importance of periodic monitoring and developing better performance tracking tools to ensure public service remain optimal despite staff working from home.
Hari ini kan ada libur ya untuk WFH gitu. Nah, ya udah deh, kita coba kesini aja dulu, jadi kita pastiin dulu gitu. Alhamdulillahnya sih buka ya.
Nevertheless, Erlangga detailed several sectors that are exempted from this WFH policy. These include essential public service, healthcare, security, and sanitation, as well as strategic sectors like industry, energy, water, basic commodities, food and beverages, trade, transportation, logistics, and finance. That is my report. Back to the studio.
That is the end of the news for today.
The news closed our morning session for today.
I'm Isnaila Salwanovika.
And I'm Desi Amalia Putri. Thank you for joining us this morning. Don't forget to join us again at the same time and the same channel.
Until then, see you and have a nice day. Bye.